Department of Basic Education, Dr. Pero Kipusang, the Chairperson, National Assembly Education Committee, Honorable Julius Mary, the Chairperson, Senate Standing Committee on Education, Senator Joe Nyotu, the Chairperson, Kenya National Examination Council, Professor Julius Nyabundi, the Chief Executive Officer, Teacher Service Commission, Dr. Nancy Macharia, the Chief Executive Officer, Kenya National Examination Council, and also the other CEOs of various state organizations who are here, Madam from Internal Security, who has been with us during the entire period of this exam, the Chairman, Kepsea, Mr. Musyoka, who is here, senior officials of the Ministry of Education, representatives of the unions and associations, NEC staff, and the members of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. When he stood at a podium like this one, 39 years ago, to release the first set of the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education examination results for the 1985 cohort, former Education Minister Peter Oruaringo could not have imagined that the Kcpe story could last so long. Yet, since 1986, minister after minister, cabinet secretary after cabinet secretary, have stood here to narrate the success story of the Kcpe examination. A story that will be told over and over again by many Kenyans, the majority of them products of the 844 education system that has for years served our country immensely well. No one can indeed gainsay the fact that the 844 education system has produced some of the best brains that have made our country walk tall, both academically and in the world of work, regionally and globally as well. So as I stand before Kenya today, I must make it abundantly clear that my mission is not to sing Kcpe digest. Rather, I am here to celebrate and remind my fellow Kenyans that we are only transitioning from a structure of education that has served us well for 4 decades to one that will serve us even better. I must further emphasize to Kenyans that the midwives of the new shift in the education structure to the competence-based curriculum will mainly be the products of the Kcpe examination, totaling 39 cohorts. Remember that a candidate who sat the Kcpe examination in 1985 at the age of 14 is now aged 53 years old. If this was a teacher, he or she could now be one of our most experienced teachers, likely at the level of the head teacher. At our universities, such a professional could have risen to the level of a full professor. Indeed, this is an apt illustration of the fact that many of the professionals serving our country at every sphere are indeed products of the Kcpe examination whose last results I am announcing today. So like with Ro Aringo, who released the first Kcpe examination results, I also feel privileged to be the one at the apex of the transition point from the Kcpe examination to the Kenya Primary School Examination Assessment, which has been conducted in 2023 for only the 2nd year. This story of the end of Kcpe will not be complete, therefore, if I do not individually mention some of the special groups of people that have been part of the successes, highs and lows of the examinations that have often sparked wide celebrations in many parts of the country, celebrations that we are all but bringing to an end this year. The 4 presidents of Kenya, whose governments steered the implementation of the Kcpe examinations and equipped schools successfully to ensure quality products came out of our Standard 8 national examinations. 2, His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto for appointing the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms, whose report has provided a crystal clear roadmap that will guide the transition from 844 to the CPC. Our indefatigable primary school teachers, both in private and public schools, who have year after year prepared our candidates for the Kcpe examinations. 4, field officers from both the Ministry of Education and the Teacher Service Commission, who have combed every part of the country for 38 years, checking that the runners are taught well and that quality is upheld. 5, security agencies from the Ministry of Interior and the National Administration and the Ministry of ICT, who annually work to ensure security of the Kcpe examination. 6, parents who toiled and moiled to support the implementation of the primary school system and the 844, even when there were concerns of resource constraints. 7, development partners who committed their resources to support our country in implementing their school system. The list of all those that I wish to acknowledge for their role in the success of the 844 system in the primary school level is endless. Allow me to therefore thank everyone who in one way or the other was instrumental in the success of our school system. I welcome you to extend your generous support also to the implementation